How's it going, guys? My name is TJP and welcome back to another NBA 2K23 MyNBA rebuild. So, we have the Milwaukee Bucks. They're our next team in the Eastern Conference that we need to do and try to rebuild. So, we're going to see if we can get the job done, winning an NBA Finals within 3 seasons with the Bucks. Injuries on, trade signings, default settings, and we're just here to have some fun, so it's not meant to be realistic. Same rules as applied and will continue to apply for the normal team rebuilds. So, if you're enjoying the content, hit the like button, subscribe. If you're not subscribed already, let me know down in the comments for more video ideas. We've got our social down in the description. I'll playlist down below for other NBA 2K23 MyNBA rebuilds. Also, check out my channel for icon for me, TJP. We got our second channel down below, which we are doing our Magic series on still. So with that being said, let's get on the gameplay. So we've got the Milwaukee Bucks here, locked and loaded, and we play with default injuries on. So right now we've got Middleton hurt, but obviously we have a Giannis, a Drew, a Chris, and we have Brook Lopez. We've got Bobby Portis Jr., Pat Connaughton, pulled right calf muscle. We have Grayson Allen, Serge Ibaka, George Hill, Javon Carter, Wesley Matthews, Jordan Nwora, Thanasis Antetokounmpo, Sandro Mamukelashvili, I'll just say Sandro, and then Marjan Beauchamp. Then we have Joe Ingles, who is still hurt, and then AJ Green. So definitely an interesting team. I mean, we obviously have Giannis, Drew, and Chris Middleton. I guess those will be our core guys. And then, yeah, try to see if we can build some, make some moves around that, around those guys. So, I mean, we have a ton of small forwards, and all of them are hurt except for Wesley Matthews. So, I mean, I guess right now, we'll have to kind of just wait for our guys to get healthy. I mean, the only thing I might want to do is maybe move a couple of our guys, try to get an upgrade at the shooting guard spot. That's definitely something we're going to want to do. And, yeah, we just got to make sure that these guys end up staying healthy. Maybe we'll make a move, clear up a couple of our small forwards when those guys get healthy, and power forwards, we try to get another center as well. So we'll see. I'm going to look out here in the trade market, see if we can get a better shooting guard right now, if I can find one. Also, our pick situation, no first rounders, so it's going to be tough with this team. So we'll see, in terms of assets at least. But if we can stay healthy, maybe we'll have a shot because we've got Giannis. I do the same with the Warriors here. We're going to give up George Hill, Thanasis Antetokounmpo to the Warriors, getting back Kevon Looney. So I feel like that's a pretty cool pickup for us right there. Another backups, big. And then I guess in terms of our team, like this, what it's going to be like for right now, obviously we got a lot of our guys hurt. So hopefully they'll come back in a couple weeks, and we should be pretty solid as long as we can stay healthy. Might look to see if we could sign. Can I sign a free agent? Maybe one more guy on the team? Or am I full? I might be full on roster spots. But if I'm not, I don't even know what I would want. Would I want like a point guard maybe? I could maybe go for a Chris Dunn. Yeah, we'll go for a Chris Dunn. Why not? So we'll sign another guard. And I think that's pretty much it for moves. I will see you guys, I guess, at the trade deadline, where we might look to make some more moves then. We're at the deadline right now. We're sitting at the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference, 33-21. I kind of feel like the Bucks are not the greatest team when it comes to the simulation. I mean, they're not doing too bad, but I've seen Bucks not do very well in the sim for the most part. But the team seems to be doing well at the very least right now. And Giannis is doing a little bit of carry job. 28.2 points leading the team. We got 4 other guys average double figures with Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, and then Bobby Portis Jr. Then we've got Brook Lopez, nearly 5 guys average double figures, Grayson Allen. And it seems like everybody's happy for the most part, except for Jordan Nwora. He seems mad, and so does Beauchamp, because he is in the G League. I'm sure these guys are all outraged down here. Guys that are probably not going to be able, we're not even going to be able to trade. We got Giannis leading the team in rebounding, then Bobby Portis Jr., Chris Middleton, you guys can see. In terms of facilitations, Drew Holiday, then Giannis, Chris Dunn, who's played only 10 games for us, but when we needed him, he was here, so that's good to see. Steals, 2.2 for Drew Holiday, then Chris Dunn, 10 games. Wesley Matthews in 2 games. But then basically just Giannis, Chris Middleton. Block shots, we've got Giannis with 2 a game, then 1.1 for Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis Jr., Kevon Looney, and then Serge Ibaka are down there as well. Field goal percentage, Kevon Looney's leading the team in that department, and you guys see our 3-point shooting. There's some decent 3-point shooters on the team. Chris Middleton's our best one, though, it looks like, so that's cool to see. And yeah, I mean, I'm going to double check our rotation. I wouldn't mind trying to get an upgrade at that shooting guard spot. I guess Brook Lopez is coming off the bench. We have a decent amount of big guys where it's like, it's not too big of a deal if I have, with who I have, but I definitely want to get somebody better than Grayson Allen, so I'm going to see what's out there in the market. I'm going to do this with the Suns. The reason being is I get Torrey Craig, but I also get that first round pick 2024 top 10 protected. For Wesley Matthews and Marshawn Beauchamp. Torrey Craig, I mean, I don't really need another power forward, but I'm really just getting that first round pick, so I'll take it. Trade Torrey Craig in a second round pick, even though I shouldn't be able to trade Torrey Craig, but I guess the game is allowing me to do so for a first round pick. I don't know why it lets me do that sometimes. We're like, oh yeah, you trade for a player, and it's like, maybe it's because it's at the deadline, so it's not technically counted as a trade. I don't really know. Maybe it just hasn't settled. But okay, I mean, I guess I'm allowed to do that. Here we get another lottery protected first round pick from the Hawks. I'm going to trade away Jordan Nwora, and also we get a trade exception. I didn't really get a shooting guard that I wanted, so I might just end up signing one in free agency for the rest of the season. Just another guy to kind of back up Grayson Allen, I guess. And we'll have to try to address that in the offseason. So in terms of contracts, free agents, any good shooting guards out there that we could pick up? I mean, I guess Lance Stevenson wouldn't be terrible for the minimum. We'll give him a shot there. So it'll be him and Grayson Allen. I guess Lance Stevenson, we could let him start. Grayson Allen come off the bench. He's been struggling. Is there anybody else that I could potentially sign? I think not. I'm going to keep the team the way it is, and we'll worry about rebuilding some of our depth pieces in the offseason. If we can make the playoffs and, I don't know, get to the second round, that'd be, I guess, a pretty cool season for us. Doncic was the MVP, put up a 40-point triple-double on absolutely insane efficiency. The dude's ridiculous. Paulo Banchero, Rookie of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Andre Drummond, Defensive Year, Giannis, Most Improved. Oh yeah, Giannis. He's our guy. I always see Giannis and I always skip him, but like, yeah, Giannis. We'll actually look at him this time because he's our player. So yeah, Giannis was the Defensive Player of the Year, which makes sense. I mean, 1.3 steals, 1.8 blocks. Doesn't do it much justice, but I mean, it kind of gives you an idea. And yeah, shot 31.5% from 3, so that's good to see from him. And was also just did everything. So Giannis, a great guy, great player for the team, obviously the franchise. So congrats to Giannis for the Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved, Kate Cunningham, Coach of the Year, Doctors, Executive Tyler Jamison. By the way, Giannis going to make All-NBA first team. You guys already saw his stats. All-NBA second team, All-NBA third team. No Milwaukee Bucks on any of these teams. Obviously, all defense first team. Giannis is going to be there. And then that's pretty much it. No rookie team, apparently. Okay. However, I will say this. I am shocked we ended up with the number 1 seed. I didn't think we'd get the number 1 seed. So maybe expectations have changed a little bit as we went 57-25. I mean, only by a game, but still. Fair play to us. I thought we'd finish a little bit earlier, or a little later, but yeah, it's cool. Chris Middleton should be okay. The playoffs, Brook Lopez, some nagging Strefflane MCL, so he might miss a few games in the playoffs, but it shouldn't be too bad. We got 5 guys, double figures. I mean, Lance Stevenson only played 28 games for us, but he was a good pickup, so I gotta give credit where credit's due. Alright, cool stuff there. And then in terms of rebounding, we've got Giannis leading the way, as you guys can see. Pretty solid. Kind of dips down after that. Facilitation, Drew Holiday, Giannis, Chris Middleton. Chris Dunn ended up playing 21 games for us. Steals, it was Drew Holiday led the way with over 2 a game. Block shots, we had Giannis with 1.8. And the rest of our big guys, too. Field goal percentage, who was the most efficient scorer on the team? That would have been, drumroll please, Kevon Looney. 61%, just about. And then 3-point shooting. Chris Middleton. Oh, yeah, I guess we picked up Isaiah Thomas because we needed another guy for the player limit. So I guess the CPU side IT for me, so thank you. I was like, wait, why is Isaiah Thomas on my team? But let's see. Is he even going to get minutes? I'm curious. This is going to be the rotation. I mean, Drew Holiday, Lance Stevenson, Chris Middleton. For the postseason. Yeah, the playoffs, yeah. Okay, Chris Dunn's going to be getting some playing time, which is kind of cool. For a little bit at least, until Pat Connaughton comes back. If he comes back. How long is he hurt for? Let me double check that. Pat Connaughton is hurt for another 1 to 2 weeks, so he might miss a couple games. I guess he broke his leg. Dang. Alright, well, we're going to sim the play-in and see what we're taking on. It's going to be the 8-seeded Raptors. That's a tough matchup. Now, they have a solid, gritty team. But I think we should be able to beat them. But only time will tell. Game 1. Of course, I say that. We lose by 7. Okay, can we win Game 2? Yes, we do. Win by 10. Game 3. They're up 2-1. We lost by 8. We even up the series. We won by 24. We're up 3-2. Beat them by 18. Can we win in 6? Yes. All right. Second round of the playoffs. Taking on the Chicago Bulls. A team that the 2K likes a lot. 2K really likes this team a lot, especially in the first season of the simulation. So let's see how we can fare against them. Game 1, we do take the victory by 17 points. Can we win Game 2? Nope. We lost by 8, but we win Game 3 by 5. We win Game 4 by 11, and we're going to win in 5? No, we're going to win in 6. Yes. All right, we're in the Eastern Conference Finals, and we're down in Cleveland. Cleveland is another 2K favorite team. Usually sometimes they get here in the first year, and they win it all. But it's usually the second and third seasons where they become a problem. But they're a problem now. Dallas and Memphis in the West. Let's see how we can fare against Cleveland. It's going to be a tough matchup, but we do take Game 1 by 7 points. Can we win Game 2? We're up 2-0, won by 2 points. They get Game 3 on us. They won by 18. They get Game 4. They won by 6. We're up 3-2. Can we win in 6? No, we're going to a Game 7. All right. Game 7, Eastern Conference Finals. They're going to want Grayson Allen starting. That's fine with me. So let's sim with Simcast here. This is to go to the finals in our first season. See if we can do it. I think Memphis made it, looked like. So yeah, we're the home team, so let's see if we can beat Cleveland. We don't get off to an amazing start. Horrible second quarter. Yeah, we're getting blown out. Yeah, we got blown out. Oh boy. Yeah, terrible game. Terrible Game 7 for the Bucks. That leaves a sour taste in my mouth. We're going to take a look at those playoff stats and see if we need there. But yeah, we're 1 game away from the finals. Let's see who wins the finals. It's going to be the Grizzlies in 7. Ja Morant finals MVP. Interestingly enough. All right, let's see the playoff stats just before I forget. Sometimes I have the tendency of forgetting things. Who was the leader? It was, Giannis doing his thing out there. He was really good. Brook Lopez wasn't amazing. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, we have a few moves to make. We got to the Eastern Conference Finals, which was pretty promising. Unfortunately, we lost to a 7-seeded Cavs, but they're gonna get better. So that's gonna be tough. Have our pick that is going to the Rockets, which is fine. But we do have some picks that we traded for throughout the season. We have a couple second rounders for this year as well. So we have 2 picks that have protections on them next year, and a 2026 Nets pick, as well as a Pelicans pick. So a few first rounders that we could potentially use in some trades. I'm going to see what's out there in the market. I definitely want to get a better shooting guard for sure. I want to assume that this trade might go through here. Pat Connaughton, Grayson Allen, Kevon Looney, 2 first-round picks and a trade exception. It doesn't. But what if I throw in... I'm going to throw in 1 more pick and then a trade exception, and it should go through. I'll probably do the top 10 protected... I can't trade any of those. Can I trade a second rounder? No. What if I throw in another player? Let's see. Another player here. What other players do I have? Bobby Portis? Nah, I'm not gonna throw in Bobby Portis. Alright, Pat Connaughton, Grayson Allen, Kevon Looney, and a first round pick, I think the 2026 pick from the Pelicans. To the Trailblazers, we've got Anthony Simons, who's a shooting guard. So that's a pretty solid pickup for us. I guess we have our second rounders, but we don't really care too much about them. Seth Trimble, I guess we could sign him. Not too, and then James Najee, we could decline him. Maybe we want Seth Trimble? Yeah, I mean, he's 18. Maybe we'll give him a shot and see what happens there. Chris Middleton declined his player option, so I'll have to try to get something for him. Javon Carter accepted his. AJ Green declined. Probably flip Carter for like a second rounder or something. I don't know if I want him on my team. We'll see. In terms of qualifiers, Sandro, we're not going to extend him an offer. There's really no point. He's not really going to see the time of day in the NBA. So yeah, I guess the main thing is to re-sign Chris Middleton, and kind of just go from there. I'm going to flip Javon Carter to the Pistons for a 2027 unprotected first-round pick. For you to see, this is going to be the team we have. So Giannis, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, Anthony Simons, Bobby Portis Jr. We've got Brook Lopez back. Chris Dunn, re-signed him. Got Will Barton on like a mid. And then we signed Gary Harris, David Nwaba, Dwayne Dedmon, Serge Ibaka, we brought him back, Ben McLemore, Torrey Craig, who I acquired in a trade, traded him away, and then got him back again. And then obviously the guy we just drafted, Seth Trimble. So it's an interesting team. I mean, obviously with Giannis, we should be pretty solid. It's going to be tough, though, because everybody in the East is getting better, and we're kind of a little bit of an older team. So we'll see how we end up faring in this second season. So I'll see you guys once I'm there. So to start the second season, this is going to be the rotation. Drew Holiday, Anthony Simons, Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo. We got Brook Lopez, and we got Bobby Portis Jr. coming off the bench. Will Barton, Chris Dunn, Gary Harris, and David Nwaba getting minutes. It's not an amazing bench, and the starting lineup is okay as well. I mean, obviously Giannis is really good, makes it look really, really good. I mean, Drew Holiday's pretty solid still. Same as Chris Middleton. Anthony Simons definitely going to develop throughout the season as well, so that's nice to see. Could use maybe another rotational piece. We'll end up seeing what we want to do maybe towards the deadline, but right now I might just hold on to what we've got here. Curious to see how these picks will turn out, because I assume right now I can't trade them, but maybe in the offseason I can, depending on where they are. If, of course, they're not in the lottery or time protected. Of course, we could trade our Pistons and Bucks picks down here, but these picks, it looks like we can't trade right now. And we still have some seconds as well. So we'll see what we end up doing the deadline or around there, trade deadline. So I'm going to simulate. I'll see you guys once I have an update for you. The deadline, and the team is mightily struggling as we were only the 11 seed, not playing well whatsoever, 24-30. So it looks like we might even not make the play-in, which is kind of an embarrassment. But if we look at our stats, we might have had some injuries as well. Chris Dunn got hurt, but that's not too big of an issue. Giannis trying to do his best here to carry the team. Anthony Simons is frustrated, which is not nice to see. Bobby Portis is aggro, which is my least favorite word in this game. Torn right MCL 6 to 8 weeks, so that's a little upsetting. Yeah, the team's not looking too great, so I'm going to have to try to make some moves here. Giannis, 13.6 rebounds, then Bobby Portis, Chris Middleton, Dedmond in 28 games. In terms of facilitation, Giannis, Drew, Chris Middleton. Steals, Drew, Chris Middleton, Giannis, basically the same guys, and then Giannis leading team in blocks, and then Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis Jr., David Nwaba. Here's your field goal percentage, in case you guys are curious. Giannis leading the way there, 53%, three-point shooting. Anthony Simons, our best three-point shooter, at 41.5. Yeah, so it's not looking too great for the Bucks, as we, again, are only 24-30. So definitely going to have to try to make a couple moves here, try to acquire some more pieces. I'm going to see what's out there in the market and get back to you. Just with the Boston Celtics, we're going to give up Brook Lopez and Bobby Portis Jr. We're going to get back Marcus Smart and Luke Cornett, basically for Marcus Smart. I feel like he could be a pretty solid six-man, and just in case Drew Holiday does go down, like, he could fill in and start for us. So, yeah, Marcus Smart, also a tough, gritty defender, so that might be able to help us out there on that end of the court. I'm going to do this deal here with the Grizzlies. So, Dwayne Dedmon, Gary Harris, 2 second-round picks, and I get back Xavier Tillman and 2 first-round picks. I'm going to do this trade. Thank you, Grizzlies. I appreciate that. And with that, we're going to try to sign somebody in free agency as well. So, we have right now... oh, yeah, I do have Seth Trimble that I want to trade as well. So, I want to see if I can get something for him, because, yeah, it's not really working out for him. Sure, I'll do this deal with the Hornets. We'll give up Trimble a second-round pick for a first. So we now have a bunch of first-round picks, which we could potentially use in the trade market third and final season. I do want to see if I can maybe try to take a look at the roster. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we'll try to sign another power forward and shooting guard in free agency. And then that'll be pretty much what we do for the rest of the season. Alec Burks, and then a power forward... We'll go with Eric. Do you want to go with Eric Pascal or Trey Lyles or Metu? Let's go Lyles, because at least he has 1 star fit, so we'll go with that. And that's gonna be it for moves. Here's gonna be the rotation. So hopefully, I mean, now you have Tillman as my starting guy. Marcus Smart coming off the bench. It's an interesting team. We'll see if we can at least make the play-in for this second season, and then we got some work to do on third and final season. Doncic MVP, Nick Smith, Rookie of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Tyrese Proctor, Defender, Giannis once again, trying to do his best out there to carry this team. 27.5 points, 13.5 rebounds, 6.2 assists, put up some gaudy numbers on defense. So the dude is, this dude's legit. I mean, it's Giannis, so fair play to him. Most improved player was Tyler Hero, put up some amazing numbers, good stuff from him. That's just, wait, hold on a minute. Can I look at awards? Oh, he's never won it. Okay, I was about to say, I thought he won it twice. He was in the running for it. Coach of the Year, JB Bigstaff, Coach of the Year, Brandon Harrison. Giannis on the All-NBA first team, not a surprise there. Then our All-NBA second and third. Offense first, no surprise Giannis, and then that is all there. So, Victor Wembanyama on the Jazz. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like this Wembanyama's not that very good. Scoot, though, and Nick Smith. Nick Smith is usually pretty good. I don't know. He's had some good games. But yeah, we were a playing team, 8 seed. So if we win, we get to take on Atlanta. If we lose, we have to beat either Brooklyn or Toronto and then take on Cleveland. I would rather face Atlanta just because it's Cleveland, but the fact that we're in this position is kind of annoying. 40-42, definitely a down season for our team, but at least we were healthy. We had about 4 guys average double figures, so that's cool to see there. Marcus Smart, who we traded for, was an interesting piece. Trey Lyles is uncertain. I don't really care about that, though. He's not even going to be here next year. Here's our leading rebounders, leading facilitators, in case you guys are curious. Steals, Marcus Smart led the way. We had 4 guys average above 1 steal a game, nearly 6 if you want to count Tillman and Dunn. Then blocks, it was Giannis and then everybody else. And then field goal percentage, Giannis led the way, as you guys can see. We'll scroll over a little bit and then we'll go up to 3-point percentage and go up this way. Not the best 3-point shooting team, as you guys can see. Anthony Simons, 41% led the way, then Chris Middleton, 39.7, so almost 40%. It'll be the rotation for the playoffs, at least the play-in, rather. Who we're taking on, by the way, in case you guys are curious, it's going to be the Miami Heat with 6-Man of the Year winner Tyler Hero. They're a tough team. Tough bunch. So let's see if we can beat them. Sim through game. We do beat them. Bucks win. So we are the 7th seed this year. Won by 4, by the way. Tyler Hero, 9 of 29. Took a lot of shots, this guy. Giannis had a good game, though, 34-14. Chris Middleton, second leading scorer. Anthony Simons, 16-7, which is nice to see. All right, it's an interesting team. So, same with the rest of the play-in. We have Brooklyn as the 8th seed. So, we are bottom. You guys can't really see it, but yeah. Just know that we're at the bottom right corner. We got the 7th seed taking on the Atlanta Hawks, who are the 2 seed. And they have a good team, pretty much the same. They have Joe Harris now, I guess. That's pretty cool. They've got, I don't know how to say this name, Nikola Djordjevic, Prashad Chiua. Okay, they have some guys. Alright, let's see how we can fare against Atlanta. Game 1, they beat us by 5. Okay, close game. Can we win Game 2? We do win Game 2 by 19. Can we win Game 3? We're up 2-1. Blow them out. They eat up the series. They blew us out. Best of 3 now. We take wow, we almost beat them by 60. And we win in 6. Okay, wow. Atlanta, what's going on? So, in the Eastern Conference semifinals, again, we've got Philly this time. We've got James Harden, Tyrese Maxey. They have Kevin Love. That's an interesting pickup for them. Joel Embiid. They still don't have no, they have Tobias Harris, but he's hurt. So, no Tobias Harris. Still a good team, though. So, let's see how we can fare against them. Game 1, they do beat us by 21. Can we win Game 2? No, we can't. Get blown out 2 straight games, and we are going to get swept. I knew that. That was very predictable. So, unfortunately, could not get to the Eastern Conference Finals again. Lost in the second round to the Sixers. Pretty embarrassingly, too, as the Timberwolves win the finals in 7. Karl Anthony Towns, finals MVP. So, here are the stats, in case you guys are curious. Playoffs, we'll take a look at them really quickly. Giannis missed a game. I don't think it really made much of a difference, but yeah, we got blown out against the Sixers. Marcus Smart was not the best when it came to offense. Drew Holiday also kind of struggled a bit. Okay. All right, well, we have an interesting offseason here. We got a lot of picks, at least, that we made trade for. We'll see if we could try to throw them in a package deal, whether that be moving up in the draft or, you know, and trying to draft like a young rookie that help us contribute, or throwing that for a player. Remains to be seen, but let's go on to the offseason. Those picks that we would have had from the Kings and Suns were in the lottery, so they do not convey, which means I don't know if I can trade them now, unfortunately. But we do get them in 2025, but it doesn't matter because it's a 3-season rebuild. So those picks are basically useless, I think. Oh, no, they're not. Okay, so we could trade them. And they might have some value because, they're in the lottery this year. We may be able to trade up. So we'll see what we decide to do. I could get Andre Drummond from the Boston Celtics for Will Barton. who wasn't really that good, and we get a pick swap. Or we just do a pick swap, so we still keep this pick, so it's really just one pick. I'll think about it, but I'm going to see if I can try to propose a trade here. I just traded Chris Dunn. I didn't think this would go through. Chris Dunn, Marcus Smart, and Will Barton, as well as 3 picks. The Kings pick, I gave back the Suns pick, as well as a 2028 pick. And we got DeAndre Ayton. I needed a center, so now we have a center on the team, and it's DeAndre Ayton. So I do need to re-sign Drew Holiday. Definitely, this is a very interesting team, I will say. But we'll, yeah, try to get back Drew. I would assume I want to see if I can maybe get a pick in this year's draft. Can't trade that pick. Can trade these picks. I'm gonna see if I can try to get like a first rounder. So I'm gonna maybe try to get a player through the draft. That way I don't have to sign up like a mid guy. Alright, I traded 4 first round picks, 2 seconds to the Spurs. We got pick 6. So I'm gonna go to the draft. We're gonna draft somebody with pick number 6. I want to get a guy, I guess. Doesn't really matter who it is, just a young guy that can kind of be pretty solid and contribute right away. I can get the cheat code, Matas Buzelis. He's the cheat code. Mookie Cook is also here. We could go with the DJ Wagner. He could be pretty solid. I think I'm going to go with Matas, though. Yeah, we're going to go with him. Buzelis. We're going to go with him. So there we go. We drafted him. I feel like he's going to be a pretty solid pickup for us and for the team. And, yeah, it seems like to be a pretty good pick. I was going to go maybe DJ Wagner, but, yeah, I was like, you know what? I know this guy usually ends up being pretty good. So he's going to be a very good piece off of our bench. So I'm going to sign him. And that's huge because now I don't have to, like, waste my money on a mid guy. And actually, Drew Holiday accepted his player option. So now, essentially, all I have to do is just fill out the rest of the team free agency. So third and final season. So obviously we have Giannis still. We got DeAndre Ayton on the team. If you guys saw me trade for him. Chris Middleton, Anthony Simons, Drew Holiday, who is regressing. A lot of these guys are starting to regress a bit. We got Buzelis, we drafted. That's a pretty solid pick at number 6. Re-signed Tillman. Then we have Neto, picked him up. Gary Harris, got him back. David Nwaba. And then I signed Griffin, re-signed David Nedman. I picked up Emmanuel Mudiay, Robert Covington, and Alex Caruso. Kind of just fill out the rest of the roster. So it's kind of top-heavy. A little bit better there. Still not a lot of depth. But, you know, we'll see how this team can fare in our third and final season. As long as we stay healthy, I feel like maybe we can make a potential run in the playoffs. As long as we don't get swept like we did last time. Season, so this is rotation. Drew Holiday, Anthony Simons, Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo, DeAndre Ayton. And then we got off the bench Matas Buzelis, Xavier Tillman, Raul Neto, David Nwaba, and Gary Harris. Not the deepest bench by any stretch of the imagination. We basically have 6 guys. I guess you want to say Tillman might improve throughout the season, maybe 7. These guys are probably going to regress, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hopefully bank on being healthy. I'm not going to make any moves right now because I kind of can't. In terms of our pick situation, we can't trade any of our picks, just a second rounder, so it's going to be tough. We might have to think about who we want to acquire right around the deadline, maybe another rotational piece or 2, just to add a little bit more depth to the squad, and then maybe try to sign a minimum guy in free agency that might want to join the team. But, yeah, let's see how this team does. At the deadline, sitting at the 8th seed right now, once again, 20-26. That's not amazing. 6.5 games back, though, so we're not too far out, theoretically. If we have an amazing second half of the season, we might be able to move up in the ranks. But it's going to be tough. So let's take a look at the stats, see what's going on here. It doesn't seem to be like we have any major injuries currently right now. Drew Holiday did miss like a lot of games, it looks like. So that's something to keep note of. And also, his stats are really declining. But we're going to keep him around, though, I guess. I mean, Giannis still doing his thing out there. Simons. I tell you, Matas Buzelis, man, he's a cheat code. 5 guys averaging double figures, which is good to see. Simons and Ayton being frustrated is a little bit annoying, though. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. We might need to try to trade for another rotational piece. But, yeah, 2 guys averaging double-figure rebounds. Obviously, Antetokounmpo and Ayton. And it kind of drops down a bit. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. So let me double-check that. Rebounds, we've got, or no, assists, we've got Giannis, Drew, Middleton, and Simons. In terms of steals, 4 guys averaging at least 1 steal a game. Block shots, Giannis with nearly 2, then DeAndre with nearly 1 block a game. In terms of field goal percentage, 17's played 4 games, hasn't missed a shot. DeAndre Ayton, though, leading the team, then Giannis, and it kind of dips down a bit after that. And then three-point shooting. Not the best three-point shooting team, not the best spacing team, but it's actually not even that bad. Simon's been really good. Chris Middleton, Guzzel's has been solid as well. Kind of dips a bit after that, but yeah, I'm going to see if we can maybe try to acquire another piece. I think we could use another rotational piece for this team. What would that be? I mean, I guess a backup power forward would be nice. So if I can get that, that'd be kind of cool. So I'm going to look around and see what's in the trade market. Well, not quite a backup power forward, but we do get a better backup point guard if I give up Moutier, Dedmon, and a second-round pick. We get Jared Butler, who might be a little bit better as a backup. So we're going to do that trade there. And I guess coach game plan, let's double-check here how many guys we have. So yeah, that's another rotational piece at least, which is pretty cool. Still want to sign maybe someone else. Maybe try to get a power forward free agency, see who's out there. So free agents. Any good power forwards that we could sign? Caleb Martin, can't afford him though. He's got to be on like a minimum deal. I don't have the money, so it might be tough to find someone that I would really want. Maybe a Derek Jones Jr. would be terrible. If I gave you a no trade clause, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna trade him, so it's fine. All right, cool. So Derek Jones Jr. will be another power forward for us. He's not gonna get minutes, but he's there in the event that there is an injury. So again, we might be a play-in team again, which isn't bad because we were able to get out of the first round anyway as a play-in team. But, you know, let's see if we can try to get into the playoffs. Ball was the MVP, so that's interesting to see there, so good for him. Ron Holland was the Rookie of the Year, 6th Man of the Year, Markelle Fultz, 7th Year, Bam Adebayo, Most Improved, Paolo Banchero, and Coach of the Year, Steven Silas, 6th Year was Joseph Jackson. Here's your All-NBA first team. No Giannis, which means he must have gotten hurt. No, he didn't. Just All-NBA second team. Yeah, his numbers did dip a bit. But still a pretty solid season nevertheless from Giannis. Obviously, getting the All-NBA second team is a pretty cool honor, so good for him. And then your All-NBA third team, and then All-Defensive first team Giannis is there. And then nobody else. No other Bucks here. Oh yeah, Matas Buzzell is going to make All-Rookie first team. But about 16 points. So yeah, he was a good guy to try to draft. He's usually pretty solid, so I'm glad that we were able to get him in the draft, so congrats to Matas Buzzell. So, all right, well, we ended up being the 6th seed. We could have possibly been up to as high as the 3 seed, but then we really went on a losing streak. So my assumption is what happened was that we had an injury occur. So let's take a look at the stats on the season before we, Yeah, it looks like Giannis missed about 10 games. So I think that might have been where we started to lose a bunch. We had like a 7-game losing streak. But yeah, we had about also Drew Holiday is still injured as well too. But he's starting to heal up. But yeah, he starts to get injured. That's why I traded for Marcus Smart, but then he just didn't play well in the playoffs. I was like, let's just get a big man. And then DeAndre is mad, so what a surprise. Yeah, 6 guys ended up averaging double figures, which is cool to see. Nearly 7 if you want to count for Butler. And then we've got Giannis and Ayton leading the team with Rouse and Matas. So kind of dips a bit after that. In terms of facilitation, Giannis makes sense, right? Kind of leads in pretty much every category. Steals, it's going to be Drew Holiday in 56 games. But we can say, Chris Middleton played a lot more, so 1.3 for him and Tillman. Block shots, 1.8 for Giannis. And then in terms of field goal percentage, most efficient scorer was DeAndre Ayton, then Giannis, Derek Jones Jr. in 10 games. So he did play a little bit, Blake Griffin as well, right, because of Giannis' injury. So it was good that we did pick them up for that period of time, but we're not going to need them anymore, at least for the playoffs. Hopefully not, as we were taking on the Pacers. Pacers are a tough team, though, in the first round, especially in the third and final season. They usually get Porzingis. I don't know why, but they do. Yeah, they have a good team. This is a 3 seed. They honestly, I could see us losing this series. Game 1, we win, blowout fashion by 33. Game 2, they win by 7. Can we win Game 3? Yes, we win by 20. Game 4, we win, and we would win in 5. No. Can we win in 6? No. Are we going to blow a 3-1 lead? tried to do reverse psychology here, and it didn't work out, as we are getting blown out. We need to have a really good second quarter and third quarter, which we don't, and we get blown out. I thought I could use reverse psychology on me on 2K, and it didn't work. We lost in 7. After having a 3-1 lead, by the way. So that's just annoying in itself, as the Hornets are in the finals against the Pelicans, and yeah, not even close. Pelicans are going to easily win that one. But fair play to the Hornets getting there, at least. It's kind of a sour ending to the season. Player stats. Do we have any injuries? Drew Holiday missed 2 games. So maybe that's what it was. I don't know. Even Giannis. Giannis didn't even have a Giannis performance in the playoffs. He wasn't even the best player. 3-point shot was off. Anthony Simons was my leading scorer, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, the team started to get a bit old. Yeah, we kind of got tough there. I mean, we were 1 game away from the Western Conference Finals. That's in the first season. I mean, not Eastern Conference Finals. We were 1 game away from the finals. Then we lose in the second round after being a play-in team. Then we get to the playoffs as a 6 seed, but we probably could have been the 3 seed and have home court advantage, and maybe that would have helped us out. But unfortunately, Giannis got hurt, and we went on that massive losing streak. So that did cost us a bit. But also, blowing a 3-0 lead isn't great, and that's what we ended up doing and why we lost. So, unfortunately, could not get the job done with the Bucks. Kind of unfortunate, but they're also not the greatest team in 2K for whatever reason. It's in the sim, so. But we tried our best. We got to the playoffs at least all 3 seasons, which was pretty solid, and we kept the core intact. So, I guess that being said, let's go to the full screen and close of the video. Alright, well, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, let me know down in the comments what more video videos. Go to social down in the description. Play us down below for other NBA 2K23 MyNBA rebuilding content. Also, check out my channel for the content for TJP. We have our second channel down below in the description with all my other socials, where I have that Orlando Magic MyNBA series going on. Had to fix my eye there. So we got 5 more teams. The next team will be the Phoenix Suns, because they lost in the second round, and they had the highest record. So because they lost in the second round, that's why we did the Grizzlies first. Now we're doing the Suns. So, yeah. Suns. Then it would be in the East. It would be Miami, Dallas, Boston, Golden State in that order. So 5 more teams. Let's see how many championships we can get with those. Or at least how many of those teams can we win a championship with. We'll find out. So subscribe and you'll know. Alright guys, take care. See you soon. Peace.